Hi sweeties, how are you doing? Welcome to Naya Sing, and thank you all so much for all the love and support. Hope you all are doing great. So this video is kind of confusing because I am trying to understand why both of them are fighting, and then the Jews are very quick to say that black people are anti-Semitic, but you can hear in this video, right, telling the other man to take his preaching to black community or Mexican community, or you all already know that in black community you can see every other community. So he is trying to tell us that when it comes to black community are welcoming. Like, you can see anything there, anything goes in black community. You can take whatever you want to black community and it is okay. Like, there are so many people living in black community, Asians, Mexicans, and the rest of it, right? But you cannot take some certain things to their own community because they are not welcoming, right? But I am asking, how did black people get into the discussion? Because I do not understand how the preaching or whatever that is going on must go to black community, not in their own community. That also tells you a whole lot on how racist they could be. And these are the people that said Christ died for them. And the Jews actually said that they are the chosen one. But you all can see from this video, because I am still trying to find out who the chosen ones are. Let's get into this video.
Betrayed the Jews? Campaign Against Anti-Semitism is accusing me of betraying the Jews and exposing myself. Why? Because of my outspoken stance against the state of Israel's ethnic cleansing, extermination, and genocide of Palestinians. Apparently, there is this relationship I have with millions of Jewish people around the world who don't know my name, who don't know I exist. And in this relationship, I have apparently lost my God-given mind, sold my humanity and my sense of right and wrong to Jews. And I am not allowed to say anything against Israel, or else it would be a betrayal of the Jews. What utter nonsense. The use of the word betray, is a deliberate act to incite hate. This accusation is a racist, bigoted, hate-inciting slur, and Campaign Against Anti-Semitism know it. It is to incite hate against me. Who are these Jews? Who are these Jews I've supposedly betrayed? Because you see, the Jewish people that I know of, they are out there in their thousands and millions, speaking up for Palestinians, standing up for Palestinians, speaking out boldly and courageously against the state of Israel. And these are Jewish people all around the world, including in Israel, my kind of human beings, on the right side of history. I'm standing shoulder to shoulder with them. How have I betrayed them? There is no betrayal. There is no, and you need to understand this, my allyship with the Jewish people is intact. It has not been moved in any way, shape, form, or manner, because I can stand with Palestinians and stand with Jewish people. That's right. And let me let you know, my allyship cannot be bought. It can't be manipulated. It can't be coerced. It can't be threatened. I give it freely and I can take it freely. Nobody owns me or owns the word that comes out of my mouth. The only way you can accuse me or anybody else of anti-Semitism because of our stance against Israel is you conflating the Jewish people with the state of Israel. Oh my goodness. Doesn't that go against the definition, the IHRA definition of anti-Semitism? Aren't we told that we're not meant to conflate Jewish people with the state of Israel? But here you are, hypocrites, doing the exact same thing in order to shield Israel from accountability, scrutiny, and condemnation. Disgraceful. Every single time Israel is challenged on its actions, on its inhumane crimes against humanity, the next thing is to be accused of not wanting Israel to exist, or to be told, but Israel has a right to exist. It doesn't have a right to commit crimes against humanity. It doesn't have a right to kill civilians. It doesn't have a right to bomb children to death, to snipe them in the head. It doesn't have the right to rape Palestinian women. It does not have that right. Period. If Israel's right to exist is predicated on the non-existence of Palestinians, Israel can go to hell. If it's okay for the state of Israel to call Palestinians, children, women, and men, Nazis, yes, they do, animals, terrorists, you know what? Israel has opened that gate, and anyone is allowed to refer to the state of Israel as a Nazi state. If it's good enough for Israel to break international law in order to slake its vengeful thirst against Palestinians, then it's good enough for us to ignore and reject any definition of anti-Semitism that extends a shield of protection over a state that's committing genocide in broad daylight. By accusing me of betraying the Jews, Campaign Against Anti-Semitism is attempting to erase my history and identity. That I, British by birth, should ignore the direct parallels between the imperialism that underpinned Britain's atrocities around the world and the imperialism that underpins Israel's atrocities against Palestinians. Otherwise, I would be betraying the Jews. That I, Nigerian by blood, should ignore the direct parallels between Britain's occupation of Nigeria and Israel's occupation of Palestine. Otherwise, I would be betraying the Jews. That I, African from the roots of my hair to the soles of my feet, should not condemn the apartheid state of Israel that exemplifies the apartheid state of South Africa, which oppressed and suppressed South Africans for decades. Because if I did so, that would be to betray the Jews. Let me just say this, with every disrespect, go to hell. It is liberty for all, not some. Lives matter for all, not some. Never again for all, not some. And if that is betraying the Jews, you can go to hell. Now, Campaign Against Anti-Semitism has taken it upon itself to write to my regulator, write to my universities. I have like 6 degrees, so that must keep them busy. Write to anyone associated with me to tell them I have betrayed the Jews. To deny me an equal value of life and liberty because of my stance against Israel. Because I'm standing up for a persecuted minority. That's what they're doing with this hate-inciting slur. It just feels so devastated and so scared. Because what if no one wants to be friends with me anymore because they said I betrayed the Jews? What if I no longer have any income and I'm blacklisted and nobody wants to work with me or give me work because they said I betrayed the Jews? How would I have food, water, fuel? Because they said I betrayed the Jews. How would I take care of my children? Would somebody please think of my kids? Oh, whatever shall I do? I mean, this is so devastating. Oh, what shall I do? I'm so scared. Freedom, freedom, free Palestina.
Jewish people for no reason. Go to the Mexican or the black area. They'll be interested in listening to you. Why not? We are not, and it's not respectful.
Okay.
End of story.
Can I answer your question?
Before you answer the question, if I get you a donut and a coffee, will that help you understand?
Let me answer your question first.
They'll be listening.
You say you respect my religion, right?
No, I did not say that.
Oh, what did you say?
I said I respect you, and I respect
You,
the
no,
fact,
you,
and I said
you respect my beliefs.
I respect you can follow any religion
Okay.
you want.
Okay. So you respect that. But that's what I'm doing. Jesus told me to go and preach the gospel.
Okay, and God
to all nations.
And God told
that includes
me,
you.
God told me.
So respect that.
Okay, do you respect my religion?
As far as what?
Anything.
I admire it.
You admire it?
I admire
Okay.
it, but not in its completeness, because it's not complete.
Fine.
It's not complete.
No problem. Fine. What's
Infringing
that?
on other people's beliefs.
I'm not pushing.
No, but he said Sh0ck.
My beliefs are to preach.
Jewish people for no reason. Go to the Mexican.
About Christ. Okay, if you really want to interested in it, because I asked the commentator what happened, and he told me that he pretty much went and he goes around to various places to speak about God, speak about Jesus, whatever. And he also so happened to say that we should have peace. You know, with all the things that's going on, we should be peaceful. Apparently, they went to a place, it's not Jewish owned. They so happened to be in that proximity. And I don't think the man was trying to, and I'm referring to the one who had a cap on his head, the blue cap on his head and had that sweatshirt with the writing on the back. and he had a headset. If you look at his whole entire video, they were spitting at him. They were throwing stuff at him, telling him to get out. And they're typical for doing that. They're typical for doing that. But you see, people don't call them out when they do things wrong. Because honestly, if you see the beginning of the video, he's in a corner, on a street corner, and according to him, the place that he has the demonstration on, and it's a small group of them, he asked permission to allow him to do the demonstration and to say peaceful, say whatever. And we see it done. I think it's in New York. I'm not sure, because that gives me New York vibes, where, you know, people stand in a corner and they start reciting stuff with the Bible and start, you know, doing religious things, prayers, and, you know, telling people to stop. Because even on Jamaica Avenue, there's a man that talks about the Palestinian stuff, telling us we need to change, we have to repent, God is coming, all that stuff like that. People will give him a dime, nickel, quarter, or we just ignore him. Now, this particular man, he's in an organization from the church, and he wasn't saying anything rude. He was being very pleasant. He wasn't disrespectful, none of that sort, man. And the guy that come there with the because I have to do demonstrations, because every time you say something, it's always anti-Semitic, you know. So he pretty much, you know, started to come out of nowhere with full circle of all his people and surrounding and yelling at the man and telling the man, you just heard what he just finished saying. Now, why he has to go to our area to do that? He could go to any area he wants. Whether he has a permit, don't have a permit, if all you have to do, you don't even have to call the police, because the police cruise by and they can see him. If they see that he's doing a peaceful little movement or march and he pretty much is talking or whatever, that just should not bother you. If your religion believes in a certain type of thing, then you should not stop somebody to say what they have to say. Okay? Just like we see this man, and we see several of them, they come with their pamphlets, they come with their tracts, they come into, and either you take it, don't take it, ignore them, it doesn't matter. Because, you know, life is too short. Probably he felt like it was time for him to spread the word. Because, you know, they always say that God gives them a calling to spread the word. Who knows? Probably he did. Okay? But I think the arrogance in them, when they turn around and ready to say we're anti-Semitic, but you just said a racial comment, why he has to go to the black area, to the Spanish area, okay? He don't need to go to nobody's area. He could go to any area he want. And this is what I tell you about them. When they come into certain areas, they don't believe that anybody should be around their area. No, I'm serious. They believe that once they're there, well, you see what they're doing in Palestine. I mean, this is not no hate speech. This is not no bullying and everything. This is real. Okay, so the man is demonstrating how the way it is. If you look at his video, you follow his video along, you're going to see all the things that they did. Then one little boy, he spit at him. And then he comes and jumps up in his face again, the same man, for no reason whatsoever. Okay? I wish he had done it to a black man, because that black man would really let him know. Okay? He would make him start praying. No, for real. But at the end of the day, that's how they are. That's how they are. Very territorial. Always want people to respect them. They never respect anybody, and that's their norm. So the man said to them politely that if you continue on spitting on my face, I'm going to call the police. You know, because that's assault. Because he said, I'm doing a peaceful demonstration here, and it should not irritate you. Because the way how the beginning of it is, the gentleman who's sitting there making that speech and dressed all in black brought all his people there to gather around the man. But before he did it, they walked across the street. And you see the area that they was across the street. The man is far away from them. He's not bothering them. He's not provoking them. But that's the norm that they do all the time. And they get away with murder because I know if the man calls the police and say that he's harassing, NYPD is going to tell them, that's if they're in New York, they will tell them that they have to leave because they're disturbing the peace. Just to make it peaceful for them. If you understand what I'm saying.
So this is all I got from this video, and this video is actually like, you know, it's a long one, But I decided not to put all of it because, like, there were the Jewish man and his cohorts were kind of spitting on the man and doing some certain things and all that. Now, these are the people that are very quick. They are so quick to say that black people are anti-Semitic and all that. But look at them telling the man to take his preaching to black community. And I don't really know how to say it, but trust me, I don't want anybody to feel offended. I do not want anybody to feel bad. Sometimes Christianity is just kind of confusing because the Jews, should I say, they are Christian, right? And the man preaching also is also Christian, right? So what is the problem? What is causing the problem? And he is saying, do you respect my own belief? Okay, if both of you are Christians, you should have the same belief, right? So what is making it hard for you to understand that the other man is also trying to preach to the crowd, and you also probably do not want, okay, he just does not want to listen, or he does not want the man around. Probably he feels like that place is their territory and nobody should, stay there. But I want to ask, what does that or whatever happened got to do with black people? Because they are so quick to call black people's name, they are so quick to do some certain things. Or I don't know, I think it's obsession when people really have to call black people's name or say something about black people just because they can say it. So it's only in our community that everybody is now you say it, these people really know. It's only in black community that everybody is welcome, right? But other communities do not welcome black people. I don't know if that makes sense, but that is how I feel it. Because be it Mexican, be it Asian, be it whoever is welcome, whether any religion also is welcome, right? So why does it have to be in black community? This is to tell you how anti-black most of these people are, and then they are covering it up with Christianity and the rest of it. Oh, really, I don't know what to, I don't know. The other one is saying, do you know Jesus? And the other one is saying, do you believe in God? Because what kind of Christianity? I am sorry, I am not being mean, but here, listening to their conversation got me a little bit confused. This one is talking about God, the other one is talking about Jesus Christ. So both of them do not believe in the same, they are both Christians. Both of them do not believe in the same. It's kind of hard for me to understand, right? So, yeah. So the people that also want to bring Christianity to you, or actually they want to take the Christian, to black community, are already having conflict. There is conflict of religion already in between, but whatever that it's happening, just take it to black community. And they are the choosing ones, if only you understand what I am saying. They are the choosing ones, but they cannot even understand one another, the same religion, So for those that really, they are actually out of control, if you ask me. If you want a longer video, I am going to give you a link, just indicate so you can see all the videos, because the video continued. But I do not want to put it here because anti-Semitic and all that, they might bring it down and the rest of it. So it looks like they are not even negotiating, but they are the Jewish man is also ready to fight because you do not believe in God, or they are so entitled. These are the people that are supposed to bring religion, or tell you that they are the chosen one, but I really do not see them being the chosen one. And see you all in my next video. But if you ask me, I am going to say that the man with blue cap should continue with his preaching, because he is not obstructing anything. He is not disturbing anything. If the chosen one, that is the Jews, feel like they are threatened or they do not want that, they should also go around and preach somewhere. But telling them to take that preaching or the gospel to black community is something I do not understand. Does it mean that everything goes to black community, but you guys are not ready? I'm willing to receive other people in your own community. That also, like, you know, I mean, raise bro, like, I don't know, but it's kind of telling us that there are some certain things that are hidden, that are coming out one after another. You all know 2024 is a year of explosion and all that, and we are seeing them one after the other. See you all in my next video. Bye for now.